Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Delirium Humbo here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new commentary style video, and I'm going to be going over my top 5 tips for switching to keyboard and mouse. These are going to be really up-to-date tips. It's going to be the best of the best that I've accumulated over my over a year now experience of playing keyboard and mouse. I recently made the Pro Guide's top 10 fastest underrated editors list for 2020, so I'm super excited about that, and I think it gives me the proper credentials to bring you guys a really good tutorial that's going to get right down to the point. We're going to go over my top 5 tips for switching. If you're a couple months in, if you're a day in, a weekend, it doesn't matter. These tips right here are going to help you the most. Make sure you guys watch this video all the way through to get all of the knowledge. Make sure you please drop a like, comment, and subscription with the notification bell on for your boy Humbo. I'm going to be cranking out 3 videos a week, guys. We're going over hella tutorials, all that type of stuff. I want to help you bring you guys the best content I can. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited. Without further ado, let's get into these tips. So guys, for the first tip, I'm going to be going over sensitivity, and more specifically, something that a lot of people don't talk about is sticking to a sensitivity. So I don't tend to put as much stress when I'm giving advice to people on is your sense high, is your sense low. You can be an amazing player on a high or low DPI or sensitivity. The main thing that I think is important is sticking to a sense, sticking to something, getting really comfortable with it and working with it over time, understanding that this isn't going to happen overnight. You're going to have to keep working with that sensitivity. So many people get caught in the trap of changing their sensitivity to their favorite player, or they go into a stream and see somebody who they think is amazing, and they might be, and just chasing those sensitivities. You guys don't want to do that. You want to find something that feels right to you and stick with it, ride it out. That's my first tip. I think it's really important. I've had dang near the same sensitivity my entire journey on keyboard and mouse. I think it's super important, guys. Let's get right into the next tip. Okay guys, so now coming at you with my second tip, it's going to be don't chase keybinds. So let me explain this to you. So of course there are optimal keybinds, and that's great, and they're ever changing and getting better and better. But here's the thing: you don't want to find yourself chasing keybinds, continuously changing binds. The second something new is uncovered by Jarian or somebody, or your favorite player, and you're just chasing binds. Same thing with the sensitivity thing here, guys. You want to find something you're comfortable with, and it doesn't matter what works for other people. It matters what works for you, and you do not want to find yourself changing binds over and over, because it's really going to mess with your muscle memory. So I definitely wouldn't recommend that. Don't chase binds, guys. Alright guys, so now getting right into my third tip here, it's going to be making sure you guys have a proper mindset about this switch. Rather it's your first day, first week, or first month, it's going to be difficult, and there's no way around that. A lot of people like to try to give you an easy path to how this is going to work and how you're going to adjust to it so fast. And the truth of the matter is, it's not fair. Everyone's different. Some people will pick it up much faster than others, but you have to come into the mindset that this is a challenge and it's going to be worth it in the end, but it's going to take time. You're going to have a lot of bad days. You're going to have a lot of deaths where you're going to want to switch back to your controller. It's going to be tough, guys, but you have to be able to come in with that mindset every day and be able to take on this challenge, because it is going to be quite a learning curve. And trust me, everybody, you may see the gameplay that I'm showing now, everybody was an absolute bot when they switched. A lot of people like to lie about when they switched or say they switched earlier. Don't let that stuff affect you. Just worry about being better than you were yesterday. That's it. Okay guys, so now getting into my fourth tip, I wanted to go over how to practice. So a lot of people ask me this question on my live streams on Twitch, and the main way I would say to practice if I was new to switching to keyboard and mouse, if I were to do it all over again, I would say Zone Wars, the public Zone Wars, streamer Zone Wars. It's got to be the best way to practice, because you're practicing your mechanics, you're tunneling, you're box fighting, you're playing for height, you're having to loot and switch inventory, which is super important when you're new to keyboard and mouse. A lot of people overlook that. They get decent mechanics, they think they're all that, they get into a game, they can't switch their gun, they can't loot. It's a very difficult to learn all of that again. So playing pubs is great, but Zone Wars gives you the best, highest impact, most fights. I think you're getting the most repetitions in Zone Wars. So for how to practice, how to prepare over time, I would say Zone Wars is the best game mode to get used to keyboard and mouse. Okay guys, so now getting into my fifth and final tip for this video, take advantage of aim trainers. You have Aim Lab, which is free. Kovacs is only like $10 in the Steam shop. Also, there is a plethora of in-game maps that you guys can use. You can look those up on YouTube to find in-game aim trainers that are actually on Fortnite, which some people would argue are actually more effective than these third-party programs. But any way you want to put it, any way you want to play it, you guys need to be playing aim trainers, because the part that everybody forgets about keyboard and mouse, the hardest part of switching, is always going to be your aim. It's always going to be what comes last for everybody. Mechanics always comes first. It's definitely very difficult to get used to aiming on keyboard and mouse. I still struggle with the tracking, all that. It is very hard. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of the tools at your disposal to maximize your ability, because it's going to be so important in the long run to make sure you're keeping that aim up, because at the end of the day, you can have all the mechanics in the world, but if you can't finish the kill, what did it matter? So yeah, guys, that's about it for tip number 5. Okay guys, so that is going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it and would like a part 2 to this top 5 tips series on how to switch to keyboard and mouse, make sure you guys drop a like, a comment, and please drop a subscription if you are new to the channel. I truly appreciate you guys. I hope this video was helpful. It's been Humbo. It's been easy, baby. See ya.